Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the 2023 Latinx Kidlit Book Festival. Bienvenidos al Latinx Kidlit Book Festival. This is the draw-off Food Around the World. So if that's where you want it to be, that's where you are. And I am Adriana Hernandez Bergstrom. I'm the author and illustrator of Countdown for Nochebuena, a book about the night before Christmas and told in a Latinx flavorful way. I'm supposed to mention that you all need to read the anti-harassment policy, which is in the chat box from our awesome moderators. Make sure you take a look at that. I'll give you a sec to do that. And don't forget to subscribe to the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival's YouTube channel. If you are a school, a classroom or a librarian or educator joining us, our school visit fund is back, and you can enter to win a free virtual visit from the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival's fund. And yeah, you can have one of us visit your school or library. There's a link to this entry form in the chat, so take a look at that. Okay, I'm here with some amazing author illustrators. These are award-winning, super, truly amazing illustrators. We're going to start by introducing Nani Brunini. Nani, you ready? All right, Nani, tell us about your book.
Hi there, I'm Nani. I'm a Brazilian illustrator. I'm living in Lisbon, and I have only actually the original Portuguese version of my book, which is in English is called Disagreement. In Portuguese, it's Discordia, and it's a wordless book, and it talks about what happens when you let misunderstanding and differences of opinion. I wrote it down so I don't forget. Difference of opinion take over a conversation and friendship, and that's it.
It's an amazing book. If you all get a chance to look at it, the artwork speaks for itself. This is why it's a wordless picture book, but it's really wonderful commentary. Next, we have Raúl Colón, who's joining us all the way from not just down the street in New York. Tell us about your latest book, Pass the Baby.
Pass the Baby is written by Susanna Reich, and it's a fun book, as you can tell by the title, Pass the Baby. And it's actually a dinner also. People, families having dinner, but the baby takes over the dinner and wreaks havoc and, does all kinds of things to the folks. And so the story is about them, first of all, passing the baby. Everybody wants to hold the baby, that kind of thing. But in the end, the battle is won by the baby. So it's a dinner that ends in disaster thanks to the baby.
It is such a sweet book. I thought it was really wonderful. So much life, so much energy in the illustrations. I loved it. And next we have John Parra. Tell us how. Hey, hello.
Oh, hello. How are you doing today? My name is John Parra. I'm an artist and illustrator, mostly, sometimes author, and also educator. And today I'm going to be presenting a little bit about my book, Spanish is the Language of My Family, written by Michael Genhart. And the story is about a little boy named Manolo who signs up at a school to be in a Spanish spelling bee, but it's also about his grandmother who tells him stories when she wasn't allowed to speak Spanish. So there are kind of two stories going on, but hopefully it's got a lot of heart and you'll enjoy it. And it's also it came out bilingually, so you can buy one in Spanish or one in English.
Yes, I also got a chance to read that one, and I have to say it's really, for classroom library, this is one you should have. Like, it is amazing edition. It talks about our history in this country and the history of Spanish speaking and what happened to a lot of people. But this panel is actually about food. So we're going to start off. We're going to ask our audience members, if you have something that you want us to draw, you put it in there. In the meantime, while we get in some comments from fourth graders at Green Street Friends and from fifth graders and from, all over the country, while we're waiting for them to give us some prompts to draw, I'm going to ask you a question. So, Raúl, in your most recent book, Pass the Baby, you do an amazing job of capturing the lively fun of a family dinner. It feels so real. Can you share a bit about your process for how you capture the essence and energy of a dinner? And like, you add more. I feel like there's like dinner vibe, and this is like, wow.
Well, yeah. Well, it's a funny story, I think. I had to capture kind of that humor in it. But I guess I've been to a lot of dinners. Family dinners. I know what happens.
So you're not actually talking. You're not talking maybe to take pictures of it.
No, actually, no. But I did have in my mind, have a bunch of grandchildren. I know, babies a lot. So I know what happens with a baby. Everybody wants to hold a baby. Everybody gets into it. But then the baby starts wreaking havoc. And I thought, I've seen maybe throw the bottle to the floor or take grandma's.
They throw everything. Anything you put in front of them, it's like, put it in, it either goes in the mouth or on the floor, right? Okay.
And they'll do it over and over again.
Over and over again, because they're training
you.
They
see that if you don't like it, they're going to try it again.
Oh, we have our
So I took all of that into the.
All right, we've got our first prompt. Are you ready? Okay,
here we go.
They're wondering if we can draw tortas, tacos, or arepas, which to me, I'm like, hello, those are all circles, right? So this is going to be fun. How are we going to draw? Like, how can we make this like extra? Can we add something else to it? Like, somebody give me, so we have a food. Can we draw, like, do we want to add like a person with it? What do you think, panelists?
Yeah, we could do that.
Or like a plate setting. Okay, well, I'll let you decide. I'm going to do this. We're going to do this one let me put my timer on. This is my handy dandy timer. I'm going to give us, what do you think, 5?
Ready? 5 is good.
Go ahead, do it. Let's do it.
Let's go for it.
Go.
All right, let's see. I'll do the
back of my head for everybody now.
Yeah, so the prompt was arepas, because that's the one. Tortas, tacos, o arepas. Bueno, vamos a ver. For me, I'm like, done. Let's see what we can do here.
Bad Sharpie.
Yes, I'm using an old Prismacolor marker. In the meantime, while I'm going to distract you a little bit, Nani, I'm going to ask you about your book while we draw. Have any of your food illustrations ever gotten you into trouble? And is food disagreement what inspired your book, Nani?
Not exactly food, but maybe like one of the things that I looked for, because my book started as I wanted to do. It's a wordless book, so it's a silent book, but I wanted to do a very noisy silent book. And then I thought of research things like nights of Thanksgiving, or in Brazil, it's mostly Christmas, and it involves food in a way. So, but it's yeah, so not directly, but yeah,
Thanksgiving does have a lot of controversy, definitely.
Come again?
That Thanksgiving and mealtime sometimes does bring controversy. The way people prefer their food, or the way they mix it, like, or who made the pie this year, or who prepared the turkey.
Yeah.
Is it dry? Is it fried? You know.
Same thing in Brazil. We don't have Thanksgiving. We don't have Thanksgiving, but same thing happens in Christmas.
Oh my gosh, yes. Actually, yes. In Countdown for Nochebuena, even doing the talking about the food dishes, there's one dish in particular called arroz imperial that I had to include. It's very, I know.
Oh, what is it?
Arroz imperial I know I'm Cuban, and so I thought, you know, everybody knew it, but they don't. It's actually has like a ton of mayonnaise on yellow rice.
Oh.
And it has, I know, chicken, like shredded chicken, peas, red peppers, cheese on top of it. It is heavy, heavy, heavy. It's one of my brother's favorite dishes. Oh my God, John, I love it. I love what you're doing. A teacher asked actually a question to Raúl. She wanted to hear about your experience being left-handed.
Oh, good question. Yeah, lefty, hard to open a bottle. Hard to cut with scissors. Impossible to write an essay, because if you're using pencil or pen, you go over the words. And I wasn't one of those. There's the writer who twists his notebook, right? So he can write. I never did that. I went straight across. So if it got smudged, it got smudged. So yeah, that's the thing about being a lefty. But the good thing about it is that there were plenty of artists who were lefties in the history.
Yes.
And I was lucky to be able to draw since I was a kid. Pretty well, and that was it. I'm glad I'm a lefty.
Yes. I feel like I don't know anybody who like regrets. My grandfather was lefty, but he got in school they did not allow him to be. You know?
I know so people who they tied their hands, didn't they? They would tie their hand behind your back, so you had to use your right hand. Yeah.
They did that to him. All right, we are out of time, you guys. I want to see what you did. Let's see your arepas or your tacos. Tell me about this. All right, John, what is this? It looks amazing.
Well, I decided tacos, you know, like when I think of tacos, I think of being back in California, eating some of the street tacos. And, you know, when I was young, a lot of my friends were skateboarders. So I thought, hey, it'd be kind of exciting to make a skateboarding taco, basically, you know, flying down some stairs.
That's awesome. I love it.
That is good. I like it.
Yeah, the fourth graders think they love your taco on a skateboard. I love it. It's wonderful. And Nani, what did you do? What was your food choice?
It was a very healthy taco. Like
yeah, it almost looks like a pocket, like a pita pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yummy. We don't actually have, I know. Do Brazilian Portuguese, do you guys do tacos? We don't either.
We eat tacos, but it's not our, like, we go to other restaurants and then we have tacos. But
right.
But I live in San Francisco. I should know how a taco looks like, but
I did a very cheesy arepa.
All right.
Which I love arepas. They're not really like technically Cuban either, but I love them. Raúl, I see you did an entire, like a child eating, and he's like drooling. A baby. Oh my goodness.
All right, going for the taco. For the
love
gusto.
Love it. And you even gave him sauce. I love it too, like the salsa. Sorry.
Well, yeah, you got to put all those different sauces. Hot, too. Better be hot.
Yes, definitely. In New Mexico, there was always like, it's always like either, I think they called it Christmas style, where you had the red and the green sauce together.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool. So from Miss Papino's fourth grade class, we're wondering if you could draw empanadas or burritos. Okay, burritos. I mean, am I doing a burrito sabanero burrito? Or I guess it's a food one, so it has to be a food. Oh my gosh. All right, I have an idea. Do you have your juices flowing?
Yep.
Okay. I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock again.
All right. Oops, got a drawing here.
And go. If you're drawing at home, by the way, so if your students or at home, if you are drawing, make sure you share the illustration on one of the social medias and put the hashtag LKBF23 so that we can see your art. I would love to see what you all do with these prompts. So this was burrito or empanada, right?
Okay.
Those are the two? Okay. Yeah. Empanadas or burritos. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. And then in the meantime, I'm going to distract John and ask him about his books in general.
Okay,
Wait,
shoot.
John? Oh my gosh. Wait, are you already done? You're so fast.
I'm just getting started.
Oh my goodness. I was doing like admin. In many of your books, you feature food actually. Round as a tortilla, growing an artist, green as a chili pepper, so much food. And have you ever felt challenged by depicting or illustrating a particular food? And if not, what's something that you find hard to draw?
Oh no, I love drawing, putting food in my books, and it's part of, I think, our culture and how we celebrate, and it's almost like a social aspect of who we are and what family is to me. In fact, my aunts even had a Mexican restaurant in California growing. So to me, it just feels like family, and I love to include it. As far as drawing anything that's like really hard as food wise. Well, sometimes you have to try to find something that's interesting, like sometimes beans and rice come across just a little too plain,
I know.
but it's delicious, but it's just like, you've got to find something also that visually looks really interesting. Actually, a few years ago, I actually did a whole Delicioso series for the post office, and where we had to do 6 dishes. And so we had to had these discussions about what food is exciting to see, what food is interesting to see, and how we should kind of approach that as well. So, but right now these empanadas aren't gonna, make themselves. So I better get back to these.
All right, you're gonna get on it. And in the meantime, I'm taking advantage and drawing a burro burrito. Let's see if you can actually tell what it is.
Yeah, I'm making it up as I go here. So
yeah, I'm like, I drew 2 of these things. So we've got like 2 minutes left for this drawing. I'm seeing so much effort. Wow, look at that. Look at Raúl. That's amazing. Out of nowhere. Let's see. We have, that's a little bit. Yeah. So there's a reminder as well to subscribe to the festival's YouTube page. If you subscribe to the page, then you can see all of these, all of the videos that you may have missed anytime you want on YouTube. With the exception, actually, of Sonia Sotomayor's panel. That one is only live until September, I think, the 25th. You got to look for the details. But, all right, we've got 1 minute. Oh, this is a wonderful question. How did y'all get started as an illustrator of picture books, and what events propelled you forward to your success? John, you seem done. You want to answer that?
Well, I studied art and went to art school, but I sort of fell into children's books. Somebody offered me a project back in 2004, and I had no idea how to do this. I really didn't know how to do a children's books, about the process, the thumbnailing, the storyboarding. So it took me a while to kind of get my sea legs in a sense. And but once I got the hang of it, I really just fell in love with the storytelling. Really fell in love with, telling these different stories, interesting stories that I kind of identified with, and that I felt I hadn't seen before.
Yep.
Especially from my background and culture and things like this. So to me, it was really exciting and interesting. So that's kind of where I started.
I love that. Yeah, that's really similar to me too. Like I came from a completely different world and fell into it. I started with the intention, then left, did theater, did teaching, did all this other stuff. Raúl, I love what you're doing. You want to talk about what propelled you into children's books?
Well, I was working as an illustrator. I did a lot of editorial work. So somebody saw in the New York Times I used to do a lot of stuff for the New York Times book review.
Wow.
And an editor saw the work, and one day I got a call, after working for a few years as an editorial commercial illustrator. Yeah. So they called me, and Anne Schwartz was the one, and she sent me a manuscript. I said, I'll do it. Because I had done storyboards, so I had an idea what I could do with it.
Yeah, yes. Oh, I read an interview with you, or watched an interview. Oh, that's so cute. Did you work at WLRN by any chance?
Me?
in Miami?
I worked at a TV station, educational television, and they would sell programs to public
Public
television.
radio. Okay, that's so cool.
And it was a TV station. That's where I learned to do storyboards.
That's so cool. That is really
yeah, puppets and all that too. Yeah.
I love puppets and I love theater. That's my background. Let's see your empanadas, or like tell me about this. What's going on here, Nani?
Well, that's a burrito, like a big burrito.
I see it. Giant one that someone can slide down. That's so cool. And yours, John, ended up like a headdress. I love it. Like
a very delicious headdress. Yes.
Beautiful. I love it. And yours turned into a story. Are we surprised?
Wrapped around, and she's carrying it away. A giant.
I love
burrito.
it. And
because they keep getting bigger every year. We got the bigger burrito.
That looks like a New York Times review type thing. Like getting bigger every year. Mine was a burrito, like
there you go. That's nice.
Kind of like a burrito, and then the other was like a cutie empanada, like a little TV one. Oh my gosh, we have so many prompts at this point. Oh my gosh, how are we gonna choose? I don't know what this is, but maybe Nani, you can tell us what it is. So they're wondering if you can draw a coxinha.
I do,
What?
finally.
What?
Can you tell us?
A coxinha, it's a snack that we have. It's like a kind of a pastry. And you guys have to think how it looks like. That would be cool.
So are you going to tell us how it looks, or should we guess what
Is it round? Is it?
It's like fried, and it's the kosha, it's the thighs of the chicken. So
chicken thigh.
So it's almost like a risoli. So yeah.
I don't know this sort.
Yeah, it's chicken, and there's like it's hard to. I'll draw.
Is it round?
This is. Is it round? Is it pyramid?
Of, like a drop.
Oh, a teardrop.
Teardrop?
Oh.
A dewdrop, yes. And then inside is I actually drew.
All right, Nani, you gotta draw this. I'm gonna give Nani 3 minutes to draw.
All right.
And we're all gonna guess. We are gonna guess.
Yeah, we'll make up our own.
We'll make up our own idea of what it
Yes.
is.
Yes. Okay.
Teardrops.
Chicken thigh.
All right. Ready? Go. I'm just gonna pretend I know. I'm gonna guess. Let's see.
Thank you so much for the ones.
I love it. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So cool.
Although I do love all the foods that everyone was suggesting.
So in my brain, let's see. That's an interesting one. And that one was from Brazil or from
Brazil, yeah. It's something that we have in every like birthday party or in school also. It's not a very healthy snack, but it's delicious.
Is it deep fried?
It's deep fried, yes. And so the inside, I'll show you how it looks from the outside and then from the inside.
Right.
Mine's on a picnic blanket.
Good. Coxinha in the stars.
All right. You've got 1 minute left. Look at that. Oh, pastel de nata. Oh my God, I love that. Isn't it pastéis? Pastéis de nata?
Oh, pastel de nata, that's a Portuguese.
The egg tart. Isn't that the egg tart?
That's an egg. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm like, egg tart. Oh my God, pão de queijo. I've made that. I've made pão de queijo.
It's so good.
It is so good. It's one of my favorite things to make with tapioca flour. Oh, I love food.
Tapioca, yes.
Oh, this is terrible. Eierbrot. Ich liebe Eierbrot auch, aber
Eierbrot.
That's German. Egg bread, but it's French toast. It's like French toast. Oh, there's so many good ones. Wow, Minda Anderson, you are just full chock full of delicious food ideas from your classroom. These are amazing. Chile rellenos. Okay. We have like plenty of stuff to do. All right,
Oh, it's
Nani, our time is up for the coxinhas. Can you tell us what they look like? Show us yours, and then we're gonna. Or do you want us to show our weird ones, and then you tell us how it really looks?
The Brazilians are gonna hate me because it's very it doesn't look so much like it, but like this is it when it's and then inside it's just like the chicken. Like I drew this before here, so this is a coxinha.
Oh.
So
Oh my goodness. Okay, no, I don't think I got that right. I thought it was like an empanada.
Yeah, no, it's fried. Let me see if I can find. Yeah.
It's so cool. Oh, like a croquette in the shape of a drop filled with chicken. I love croquetas. Croquetas are delicious. Oh, I love croquetas so much. Yes. And then I see, Raúl, yours is flying into space.
It's like a planet almost.
Yeah.
It's a rocket coxinha.
That's all I can think of.
I love it. John, yours is ready for like holiday dinner.
Yeah, I feel like a holiday, like it's a special meal. So like either a birthday or a holiday. So I wasn't sure if I was going to use a candle or just a little star at the top.
If it's a croqueta, if it's a style of croqueta, it's probably more rounded. But I imagine you can put. I would love.
No, it's like a dewdrop. Yeah.
Huge. Is that big? Like
No. You can make it a difference. Well, now they're making it bigger and bigger with different stuff as well. And being Brazilians, like they put everything inside. But yeah, it's usually like this.
Okay. I was imagining like size of an aguacate, like an avocado.
And like
big.
Like small.
Okay, cool. Okay, we had a ton. So let's see. What are we gonna do? Oh, drink. Someone's giving us drink. Let's do that. Okay, so this one is un chocolate. So when someone tells you un chocolate, what does it bring to mind? Let's draw with chocolate. And actually, that brings to mind the food in John's book, Spanish is the Language of My Family. Did you already tell him about that? I
don't think I mentioned it yet. No,
okay,
that.
I'm going to take advantage of the time.
There is a scene in the book where they're studying, the little boy and his grandmother and family are studying to do the Spanish spelling bee, but you have to feed your brain. So of course the family is there with chocolate and churros and things to get you stimulated to to keep your mind active and learning well. So which is always fun. So let me start with some chocolate and churros.
I think being nourished is from your family is like one of the biggest things about being Latino. I feel like for us it was like, ya comiste? Did you already eat? Like it was like, y te tomaste la leche? Like my grandfather constantly, did you drink your milk? Did you drink your milk? I'm like, I don't even like milk. But yeah, I feel like the chorus of my childhood was, if I have eaten, what did I have my milk? Did I have? You looking skinny? That's it. Let's see. We have a comment. Can you each draw a food that represents your culture? Oh, I love that. Okay, that one we're going to do that one next. So right now we're doing chocolate, and I'm doing chocolate caliente. I think a lot of us are probably doing chocolate caliente, but we'll see. We'll see. I hope students in their classrooms are doing chocolate too. And imagine there's a lot of different forms of chocolate, right? There's a chocolate bar, chocolate caliente. There's chocolate like candies, all kinds, in all kinds of forms. Dipped chocolate chip cookie. Yummy. Oh, this is an easy one while we're drawing chocolate. Amelia wants to know what everyone's favorite food is. And for me, it's like a category. So like, it depends. Like if we're talking, dumplings, like pocket food, I have a favorite. And if we're talking about desserts, I have a favorite. I don't know about you. Raúl, do you have a favorite food?
I have a lot of favorite foods, but for instance, I like Indian food.
Oh, you like Indian food?
Yeah, I like them because it has a lot of spices and all that, like Latin food.
A lot of flavor.
Next to my heritage kind of food,
it's Indian bland, right? Like our food is bland compared to.
Well, they put a lot of more spices and stuff, but not everything. You may not like everything because there's a lot of different spices they use, but there's enough there that you can find something you like.
I agree. I love like butter chicken. Yummy.
Right.
For what about you, Nani? What's your favorite food?
Everything.
Everything.
No, not really everything. Chocolate is a big one. Everything sweet, actually.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I
Sweet
also.
too.
Everything sweet.
Sweet too.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite category for sweets? Do you like cakes or pies or torts or not torts, tarts or cookies?
All of them. Like I'm already salivating just. I love chocolate, like in all forms, actually.
I love chocolate too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't have all the chocolate because of the milk, but yeah, chocolate, everything.
Yeah, I find that I like dark chocolate. I'm a big dark chocolate fan. Oh my goodness, look at that churros truck.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. I want a giant churro truck too. In the category of dumplings, I would say my favorite is like gyoza. There's a lot. I feel like there's so much delicious food to be eaten. In the category of dumplings, I also love samosas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But this is a great one. Connor, who is also in the same school as Amelia, wants to know what everyone's least favorite food is. We have 57 seconds though for this. So if you want to take this one, John, what is your least favorite food? You look up like you're like,
Jeez, I don't know. I have trouble with like runny textural things, like if the eggs are too runny or things like that. But I like
really?
eggs. But it's something if it's just something about the texture. It's a little
I
too
love, in Germany I got to like soft boiled eggs. Like
soft boiled eggs.
yeah, like not full hard boil. I got to really enjoy them and I still love I love what is it called? I like it's with ramen. So my favorite food I would say is ramen, right? And you can have an egg with it and it's always like that. It's actually kind of runny and I love it.
Is it like in a soup or in
Yeah,
a?
it's in the soup.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty good though.
Yeah, and then it runs into the hot soup. It's so good. Nani, what's your least favorite food?
Bell peppers.
Shocking.
Germany, I could eat. Like in Germany, when I lived in Germany, I took them to school. They tasted differently. I don't know why, but like I can have like I keep remembering them like forever if I have one. Like so.
I understand. I understand. I had to draw a lot of bell peppers. Raúl, our time is up. So
Okay.
tell us about your amazing. This looks like somewhere we all would love. If you love hot chocolate, sounds like a
You'd be
looks like
somebody bathing in chocolate. A cup of hot chocolate. Actually, when you go to Hershey in Pennsylvania, where they make the chocolates,
I've never been.
Yeah, they actually sell like you can get into like a spa and get a chocolate kind of bath. Yes.
No.
So they actually exist.
I'm actually kind of grossed up. I'm sure
they bathe you in chocolate. Yes.
Here's one thing I've learned because I love food and I love talking about food and I've illustrated books about food is that something that is delicious for you might be gross for someone else and something that's gross for someone else might be delicious. It's delicious for somebody. Somebody's gonna love it no matter what. That sounds kind of sticky.
Well, the way they do it, I guess it's like if they put oil on you. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Like cocoa
and it's
butter.
not
It's
sugary.
like cocoa
I don't
butter.
think it's sugary or anything like that.
Got it. It doesn't have the sugar.
But it is chocolate. You smell it,
I feel like this is an opportunity here that we may have missed. Perhaps we need like a different, like a tea bath. I think is another one.
Sure.
But Nani, I love what you did here. Show me this. Show it close up.
So it's
dipping it.
kind of the
This is like step one, and then Raúl's is like step two. So like you dove in, and then so is that a marshmallow ring around him, like a life preserver around?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god, I love
that. It's a good idea. So
I just did a really quick scene, and then I definitely put marshmallows. I love marshmallows.
Sharing chocolate.
Sharing the chocolate. And your churro truck. Can you bring that close up so we can see it? It's so cool.
Yeah.
I want to.
Churro.
That's so fun.
Cool.
Well, they're doing a lot of construction around my neighborhood with the streets, and it's like causing all this traffic. So I said, well, it'd be like a construction churro truck, because like when I grew up, I used to work for my dad, who was in construction, and we used to love when the food truck came to
Oh my God, of course.
our work site, and we'd be like, oh, let's get some food. So I figured that churro truck.
Delicious. And then someone, student Max says, hot cocoa season is coming. It's here already. It's here already.
Fall tonight. Fall tonight.
Yes, I'm ready for it tonight. It's already getting cold up here, especially after leaving Florida. Like it's already. I'm wearing my sweaters. I'm like, it's time. Yeah. What was the one we were gonna do? The one that represents our culture, a food that
our own culture.
Okay. Food. So for this one, we're gonna do a food that represents our culture. I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the clock. Go. It's gonna be hard. There's so much. I don't know.
Oh, I ran out of paper. I'm doing it.
Let's see. I'm gonna do on the backside. In the meantime, let's see. Oh, this is so funny. We can all answer this. I had this question prepared before. Oh wait, I shall do the student one. From Deming, New Mexico. My students would like to know, what is the one food you can visualize in your head and smell it? When you close your eyes, what food comes to mind and smell? And actually, this is kind of what I have to do now to figure out what is the food that represents my culture. Like when I close my eyes and I think about Cuban food, I think about like...
I know what I think.
Arroz con pollo. For me, I'm like arroz con pollo.
Yeah, that's one.
Right? I'm like...
Frijoles negros, no?
Frijoles negros. I know. But it's hard to draw those things.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
So, I'm going to draw my plate. I'm going to draw the plate that I used to eat that my grandma would serve me, which was arroz con pollo y frijoles negros.
Okay, so I'll go with a different one because we have that too. But
yes, I feel like a lot of us Caribbean, like if you're Latino from the Caribbean, you're going to have a lot of the same stuff. But yeah, a mí me gustaba el murlito, so I'm going to draw a little yummy. Students at home, I would love it if you drew yours. What food will represent your culture?
What's a murlito?
Like you could do like a drumstick or a thigh. Like that's what I would always get, like chicken drumstick or chicken thigh is what they would always give me as a little girl. So murlo, I think is thigh. I think. Or is it drumstick? Can someone correct me? Like someone correct me, please. I'm blanking out. But yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes and smell it. And it always looks yellow. Yummy. Let me see. In the meantime, yeah, the question that I had was, has painting or illustrating food ever made you hungry for that food? And do you have a favorite snack while you're working? Or are you one of those artists that mistakenly drinks your paint water thinking it's tea, and now you avoid eating while you work? Raúl?
Well, I've never done that yet. It could happen. It could still happen. But my favorite snack usually are like things like almonds and peanuts and salty stuff. I'm not in the sweet side. I'm on the salty side. So if I have a snack, that would be it. And I usually don't eat when I'm working. So I just take a break and maybe have some, then get back.
That sounds very familiar because I did when I was working in theater, because you mix quite a bit of color a lot of times and a lot of neutral colors for backgrounds. It looked just like my tea, and I drank it. So now I use a water bottle.
There you go.
And I basically eat and look at the work. I don't actually work while eating. You know what I mean? Like I'll eat and then look at it. What about you, Nani? What is a favorite working snack?
Sweets. Unfortunately, I eat a lot of cookies.
Oh, yummy.
They are healthy cookies, but the amount of healthy cookies I eat, it's not.
Oh my goodness.
But it's but I do eat a lot of fruit, and I'm the opposite of you guys. I kind of eat a lot, especially if I have to finish something quickly, like if I have to finish something quick, I eat a lot. So.
You eat and work at the same time?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm worried about getting food in my work. I'm worried about smudging stuff. Oh, pupusas. Oh, I haven't had those in a long time.
Well, you make it part of it then.
Yeah. It just becomes
incorporate.
Yeah. What about you, John?
Oh, I'm more of like Raúl, probably just some chips or nuts and salty things like that, just to kind of keep me going. Maybe a little protein bar or something.
I'm big on apples. Does anybody else like apples while they work?
Yeah, I've done that. I've had them.
You're like, I've
Absolutely.
had an apple before in my life.
But I mean, while I work, yeah, I've done that. I've had an apple because it's easy to carry. You
Yes.
put it next to the table and you just take a
Yes,
bite. Yeah,
exactly.
I've done
Oop,
that.
we've
Yeah.
got like 10 seconds. Okay, let's see what
Oh.
everybody's done. Okay. My beans are too regular and they kind of look like seeds now. Let me see if I can get this to look. So when I was little, I didn't want them to touch. So my grandma are there any other no food touching kids out there? If there are, I am with you. I outgrew it, but I just wanted to show what I like to eat as a little girl. So arroz con pollo. So this is the arroz, and then these are the frijoles negros, and then the chicken, which I liked. So, I see, and that represents I'm Cuban. Both my parents are Cuban. My grandparents are Cuban. My great grandparents are Cuban. Cuban. Anyway, so that's me representing my culture. Although we are more than our food, as we know, we're much more nuanced than that. Raúl, I see. Is that something similar? I see one.
But I didn't do the arroz con pollo because you have that too. But I did pork chops and arroz con gandules.
Oh, yummy!
Which is like a chickpea kind of thing.
Yeah, peas of some kind, right?
Yeah, that are typical of food in Puerto Rico. And then some tostones.
Yummy
tomatoes,
tostones.
And an avocado. You always have avocado.
Love avocado. Okay, yeah. Weird, controversial question. Not weird, but controversial question. When you think of an avocado, are you thinking of a Hass avocado? Or are you thinking of the larger, more tropical avocados?
In my case, the large one.
Me too.
Because that's what we had when I lived there. But in the supermarket here, you usually get the Hass avocado.
I know. John shaking his head. Controversial. I know.
No, because I grew up, my dad planted 50 avocado trees, Hass avocado trees in our house when we lived in California. So to me, I grew up just like consuming that like crazy.
Hass, I know. And I did not know that they had so much flavor. The first time I had a Hass avocado, Nani, you know what we're talking about?
Avocado, yes.
The little ones in Texas, in the United States, it's like, I think the only people who know about the green giant avocados are
That's what we have in Brazil.
And that's what we had. Yes, the big green ones. The Americans, they tend to see like these little, they look like potatoes. They're like Hass little. I thought they were potatoes.
I have to say, in the supermarket, my supermarket where I live, they bring the big ones too. They just don't have them all the time, but they do actually. So people have seen the big ones compared to
the little ones. That's so nice. I know. I want to see your beautifully, lovely, colorful plate, and you tell us what it is, Nani.
It's a feijoada. Up there.
Feijoada.
So it's rice, and then it's red beans. If you're from São Paulo, it's red beans, and if you're from Rio, it's black beans. Very controversial. And there's farofa, which is like a ground cassava thing, delicious. Then there is green cabbage and oranges.
Really? Oranges? Nice.
Yes, so to cut. And there's like pork meat in the middle. It's really, really, really delicious.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so delicious. Oh my God. If you're in your classroom and your mouth is watering, you are not alone. John, that looks, I think I know what that is, but I want to hear from you. It looks so festive.
Again, growing up, my aunts were amazing cooks, and sometimes we'd help them out and things like that. But at my home, I remember one Christmas Eve, we wrapped 100 tamales for Christmas.
That's intense.
So it was, and as a kid, it's like sitting still for that long. It's just, just sitting there doing that for that long.
How many people were on your tamales team? Because I feel like this is always a
I think both my brothers were, so we all three of us were working on the tamales. Now we probably ate as much as we wrapped, so it kind of like cancels itself out, of course. But yes, tamales are big in my house.
Yeah, lovely. I love that. We do tamales too. Actually, Nani, do y'all do tamales? I don't know.
No, we have, I don't know if it's the same thing. We have something called pamonha.
Pamonha.
Well, which is made out of corn. Tamales are made out of corn, right?
Yeah, usually corn husk on the outside, and I've also seen it with a leaf on the outside.
So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
pamoya. We have something which is so good too.
I love them too.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, deliciousness. That was
Puerto
okay.
Rico would be pasteles.
Pasteles. I know this is
Which
another
is-
controversy. Me versus my Puerto Rican friends saying pasteles to me is a sweet thing. And they're like,
Yeah.
no.
Really?
That's
No.
tamales. Pasteles like are pastries to me.
It's
And
green.
the pasteles to
Yeah.
her are tamales.
Green plantains.
Ah, okay.
That's what you make it with. Yeah. And you
Green
put a lot of
plantains.
meat and little spices and stuff, but that, and
That'd
then
be
you wrap it.
It's good.
You're supposed
It's really
to wrap
good
it
too.
in a leaf, like a palm leaf kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Oh my gosh. I gotta
These are
try it. I
fun.
gotta try pasteles. Puerto Riqueños pasteles. Delicious. Okay. We have a little bit of time left. I think we've got like maybe 15 minutes. So I think that gives us enough time to do like one more 5-minute challenge from the students. Did we want to do? I had seen a fun prompt before. It was we already kind of did tacos. Did you guys want to do a dessert?
Yes.
Dessert
Right.
challenge? Nani's like, yes, please. Okay, let's draw. Yeah, something that like represents your favorite dessert. And this time, go crazy. 5 minutes.
Favorite dessert.
Or like something that brings you nostalgia, like a nostalgic dessert.
Okay.
Nostalgia is meaning like something. Sorry for the students that I know this is like maybe not all the young ones know it. They're okay. So we report from Christine Benson's 7th grade class in Shoot Middle School. They're drawing tacos, pasta, baleadas, flan, and a bread from the Netherlands to represent their different cultures.
Cool.
I love it. I lived in the Netherlands for a little bit. They have really good cookies. They have really good cookies. Oh, I love that. This is a wonderful question. What's a staple that you eat with every or almost every meal? For me, it's green chili salsa. That's Gabriel Beltran. What's a staple that we always have with our food? Besides water. Besides water, let's see. I don't know. Oh my gosh, no way, Raúl. I was going to draw that.
That's why I beat you to it, because I know what you.
Darn it! I know.
Cuban. I know what you're gonna.
I know. Not just that. So many of us claim this particular dessert, and that's why I did the book. Abuelita and I make flan.
Flan? No. That's ours.
It's not none of
All
ours.
right, there you go. Everybody owns a flan.
When I was researching flan recipes for my book, Abuelita and I Make Flan. Right. The truth is, all of us claim it, but it doesn't belong to any of us. It's actually French.
Yeah, sounds that way.
It's actually French. I was like, oh no, but I'm taking it anyway. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so staples that are with all our food. I don't know, because we actually eat from a lot of cuisines that are not technically like ours. So we love like Japanese food because I'm obsessed with ramen. So for us, I love the egg with the ramen. So it feels like eggs are part of so much of our food. I don't know.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's like egg in everything.
For us, it's rice and beans.
Yeah, rice and beans. Yeah, too. Egg and rice and beans. Yeah, that's true. And I loved egg and rice. I don't know if anybody else ate that as a kid, but I loved it.
And here in Portugal, they do a lot of sweets with eggs.
Yes.
So
yes, bread.
Which is amazing for me.
And okay, so do you know anything about the history of that? The pastéis de nata and like the egg custard?
Because what I heard, I don't know if it's accurate, but they use a lot of the egg yolk because they leave the other parts, like the egg whites, for the nuns to iron their clothes. So there was a lot of egg yolk left. Yes. So
oh my goodness.
Like all their sweets.
Interesting.
Yeah, but that's the legend. I don't know if it's.
And then that egg tart has a story in it for sure, because the egg tart then was brought over to, I believe, China or Hong Kong.
Yeah, I went to Hong Kong and I saw it there too.
Wow,
it's really good.
Yes. Oh, someone was asking about tres leches, and I'm like, yeah, my cousin will make the best tres leches. So good.
Yeah, that was another one.
Arielis, if you're watching, shout out to your tres leches. And also, oh my gosh, I love tiramisu. My goodness. That's not ours, but I love it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can draw tres leches real quick. But it needs to be like swimming, obviously. So there's my tres leches. But let me see if I can make it cute and if I can make it swimming in a pool of leche. I can't believe this. So we're out of time. And that
Wow.
went by so fast. That went way too fast.
I knew it.
John, what happened to it? Is that a flan?
That's a flan, but I put a cage around it because, I'm too addicted to it. So I put a lock on it, so I'm not tempted all the time. I got to pick the lock.
I understand. I also did a flan, but with a cherry on top. And then I made it, I made it cute. And then I did a tres leches for the request that was out there. Oh, delicious. Oh my God, ice cream. I love ice cream.
Yeah. But this is the specific one. It's a gelato from Bologna.
Yes.
It's very
good.
And Raúl, yours is like a dancer on top of it.
Dancer on it, yeah. Those, don't pay attention to these guys. This was
Those
their
are color samples. We know. We're artists here. We know how it is. There's color samples.
Yeah, the little dancer, because the top of the flan is supposed to be almost like glass.
Yes.
When it's done
mine
right.
Is never like that. I don't know if you all make your flans at home, but mine is never that beautiful. It's always because I can never get the caramel so perfect. But I don't care. It's delicious. What's your other thing, Nani? You have the ice cream.
It's a brigadeiro.
What?
Like also like a party kind of thing. That's very Brazilian. It's like a chocolate truffle in a way. It's a chocolate with a lot of condensed milk.
Oh my gosh! Well,
it's good. It's like tiny. It's good.
A little morsel. I love sweetened condensed milk. Wow. Whew. So we've got a comment here from Harry Brake. We are at Woodbridge High School in Greenwood, Delaware, and trying to find a way to connect the influences we had in Mexico City to a rural school in Delaware. As a mid-sized population, so there's a lot of bridges from Mexico City, meaning there's so many of us have written books about our culture, where we're from, and so there's tons of books by Mexican authors that I'm sure would be amazing for your students. For high school, check out the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival database. If you have not seen that database, teachers, librarians, they have an amazing database that includes all categories of books from elementary school to high school. And all of you guys, all y'all in this panel, your books are on there.
Cool.
Okay, we're super close. I think we have 8 minutes. So we can do a super fast one. Vamos a ver. Oh, an imaginary food. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to give us, for this one, only 3 minutes. 3 minutes, imaginary food. Go. I love that. A food from your imagination. So what can be, let's see. I wonder what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. And I have a random question while we're drawing our imaginary food.
Hold on.
Oh, Raúl, we can hear you fine. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, okay, now I hear you.
Okay. All right, great.
I lost you for a second.
Oh, it happens.
Okay. So
we're doing an imaginary food. So whatever we think of that could be from your imagination.
Okay, so I'm going to do it on this same page.
I think it'll be okay. A dream food.
Dream food.
Let me see. I think I would do. This is going to be a lovely one, I think. I think some of us may end up with sweet. I don't know why when we think of dreams, some of us go sweet. But yeah, another thing that I had was how your life experiences have inspired the books you make and what you choose to illustrate. I think all of us are inspired by our background.
Yeah.
Right? You can't help it. Nani, is there any for Disagreement? You talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, with me because it started with how people I needed like a loud, a very noisy people fighting. So I thought of how people were fighting about, in my case, like politics, and then online, and then also like how some people of my family that I couldn't understand why they were saying one thing or the other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, our lives definitely influence the stories that we tell. I mean,
yeah,
how could they not? You know.
yeah. It's complicated to draw into things. Sorry.
I know it's hard, especially when you're asking for like an imaginary thing. Then you're like going into your imagination,
Yes.
and it shuts off your like logical thing.
Wish I had.
I know. Give us we have like a minute left, or less than a minute. We have like 30 seconds left.
All right.
The only colored markers I could find were blue and green, which are like typically not delicious food colors. Bear with me. All right, our time is up.
All right.
How is that possible? This thing went by so fast. Okay. Oh, wow. That looks delicious. Oh my gosh, all of them look delicious. Ooh. Nani, can you start with yours? It's gorgeous.
So that's a fruit because that actually tastes like chocolate.
Yes.
It's a tree. So and you can grow it like how many times you want. You can grow it at home. And
it's a vegetable or a fruit. Like
yes, it's a fruit. And and if you open it, then it gets like raw, like a lot of raspberry inside.
Love it. Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. Raúl?
And it can make you fly also sometimes.
And it can fly, and it can make you fly. That's awesome.
If you eat two, then you can make you fly.
Okay, there we go. I love that.
I was working. There was a comedian who used to combine foods as a comedy thing, and there was something called el mangoneo, which in Puerto Rico, guineo is a plátano.
Yeah.
So mango and plátano together. So mango tain, maybe.
Mango tain.
Mango tain.
Yes.
It's half banana, half mango. So you can have a mango tain anything.
I mean, a mango tain,
Yes.
banango.
Mango.
Banango, I love it. Toss that into a smoothie and it's done. I love it. John, I see an amazing looking thing with a net ready to be catching it.
Well, I had this idea, like this really like just kind of crazy looking fruit, but the thing that's kind of interesting about it grows on a tree, sort of like a maple tree where you would get the syrup. So it's sort of like it's like sort of seasoning itself in it, or dripping down on like its own syrup onto its own fruit, and then you would
like a
catch it with a net. Yeah, so it's like it seasons itself in a sense with the deliciousness, and then you catch it with the net or something like that. I don't know.
I want all three of these, and mine was like a rainbow fruit, like a rainbow fruit that had like cookie grapes. Do you know what I mean? Like grapes, but they're cookies instead. Yeah. Anyway, that would be the dream. Could you pluck a? Anyway, we can go into our imagination for a long time. I know I gotta go eat. I'm so hungry after this. All right, so we are done with our panel. Thank you so much, John Parra, Raúl Colón, and Nani Brunini for spending this time with me today at the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival.
Sure.
Thank you for attending, everybody, students. Thank you for your wonderful suggestions, teachers and librarians and educators and parents at home. Thank you so much for joining us and for your amazing prompts. Thank you for attending the Food Around the World panel at the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival. Gracias, muchas gracias.
Obrigada.